Hey, this is Dave Jose back again talking to you about private membership associations. I see that several people who understood already are ready to join or have joined. Others are saying, hey, tell me what a private membership association is, and forgive me because I know a lot of people don't know. But when you look at the bar is a private membership. They themselves are allowing themselves to be able to license the practice of acting as attorneys for people, yet no government office put them in place. So they are a private entity that are doing certain things that their members contract with each other to do. I'll give you another example. The people who used to sell raw milk. There used to be times where we used to see agents come with military style weapons, kick the door down, throw all their raw milk on the ground, and then they would take the money from the owners and then they would say, hey, you can't do this, right? Well, the members of the private membership association started to contract with each other so that they could provide services to each other outside of the government. Now, how can they do that? Well, when we look in the Constitution and we look in the law, if you go through every state Bill of Rights, you're going to find that the government cannot interfere with the obligations of contract. So if a man or a woman contracts to be with each other, the state can't come in and say, y'all can't be together, right? If a group of people come together and assembles, right? Because we all have the right of assembly as long as we're not doing vile things that we're killing people or hurting people. We have the ability to come together for not doing nefarious acts and to contract with each other to provide certain services, and the government cannot interfere with our private contracts. And so those people who now sell raw milk, they usually use what is called a membership association, right? And the membership association can provide services to each other, and even though they don't like that you sell raw milk, they could sell the bottles with the raw milk contained in them, and there's nothing that can be done as long as the members are working together. If you look at chiropractic care, we know that chiropractors actually are doing things to help people's health. They are adjusting you, massaging you, and working on you in a way that puts your bones in the proper alignment, builds strength, and correct your stature so that you have less pain, right? This isn't the type of thing that doctors teach, and they didn't used to like the fact that people used to do this, so they used to break into their offices, charge them with crimes, and punish them, right? Well, once they realized what was going on, someone talked to them about private membership associations. And when they started to get members, they were able to provide services for each other, and no one could mess with them. Even some of the evil groups like NAMBLA, like National Association of Man Boy Love, which is bad and I think it's evil, they talk about activities with children that are not legitimate, right? It's bad stuff. But because they're a private association, they're allowed to do it. So these people will use good things for wicked, but we don't do that. What we do is we have private membership associations. So when we want to discuss what the Bills of Rights says, when we want to discuss law, when we want to see the fraud that is happening, we don't do this thing where we practice law without a license, even though nobody has a law license by a state. We don't do that. What we do is we just join the same association, right? We're like the members of the same church where we could come together and we can talk about certain things, and we vow to work together, and we can contract together to be able to help each other with different things that we're dealing with. So someone might provide law services, someone might provide car fixing services, someone might provide food services, some people might provide homeschool education services. So we're allowed to provide services to each other, and the state or federal can't mess with the obligation of contract, okay? So this is really important because some of you guys want to get with me and talk about deep things about the law and really go into some very deep detail. and I teach things generally. There is no cost, right? There is no cost. People get my affidavit all day and night off of a website for free, right? There is no cost for teaching, but private membership association puts us in the same entity so that we can talk about things without any issues or anybody trying to make any issues. Which we, for those of us who watch me, you realize that I have a lot of trolls. We have one that calls herself an FBI agent that calls herself turning me into the FBI, turning me into the bar, turning me into every other thing you can actually think about, and just making up stories. So if we're part of the same entity, we have an obligation to each other, and we could get things done, and we could talk about very important things. And if you have things that you want to tell me about that I'm like, man, I don't want to see your case, I don't want to talk to you about your case and all this stuff, I'm very careful with those things because a lot of times there are trolls. If you're in my PMA, I am going to know who you are. We're going to know each other. And we can safely talk about important things, and we can deal with multiple things in life to make us better as a team. And nobody can say anything about it. So that's what a PMA is. The PMA is great. It is awesome. I have some very powerful people in my PMA, very knowledgeable people. We can discuss very, very, very deep things. We study the law all the time. We have information that has been hidden and buried that we expose all the time. So it is a very good benefit. And it's just like a religious institution. It's not something that we're selling law or something like that. We just have this entity where we can work together and help each other, and there's no issues. So anyway, I do want to inform you that it is only $20 for the whole year. So for a whole year from the day you get in, $20. So very inexpensive, very helpful. You get direct access. We could talk. We can get on the phone. You get Signal app. We can get to talking and discussing all types of different things or whatever, and we'll be part of the same entity. So it is invaluable. It is huge. It is powerful, and stuff that you can't ask me online because I'm doing the videos. We could talk about there. So I want to just let you know about that. PMA, Private Membership Association. If you're ready to rock and roll, you're ready to get in, it's only $20, and the instructions is in my last video. So if you need help figuring out, you want to get in, you want to make stuff happen, let me know. We will work together and kick some butt and have some fun. I will catch you guys later. Y'all be cool. Thank you, and peace.